Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here again. I'm back for another crafty video. So this time we are going to make some labels, so these kind of things, and I'm just going to use up some bits of paper that have been kind of hanging around my desk. The reason I'm going to make some labels is I want to make some more of these Denison style boxes, you know, the ones that Tracy Fox also loved. Thanks Tracy, by the way, you've really helped my channel tremendously. I'm now at 1,500 subscribers. Woohoo! So and I've got my 500th video coming up soon, so I want ideas for that, by the way. I want to make more of these, but I want some labels to go in them. I've got some other ideas for other projects to do with labels, so I just need to make some labels first. So we're going to use some book pages and some music paper, and well, it's actually what's that called? Dictionary paper. So and we're just going to get just going to get stamping. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm just going to now choose. I've got lots of these. I love these. These are VersaFine Claire's. I absolutely love. I think I'm going to use Chantilly. Chantilly? No. Chianti. It's not Chantilly at all. It's not Chantilly lace with a pretty face. Chantilly lace and a pretty face. Shut up, Dave. Shut up, Dave. It's Chianti. That kind of Chianti. So I'm just gonna make some labels. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stamp a few, and then I'll cut them out. So hopefully I've got my Timberholt scissors close down, and I can do a bit of fussy cutting. Anybody that knows me will appreciate that I absolutely hate fussy cutting, and I do often use my Scan and Cut or my Cricut to cut things like this out, but the problem is if it's on a busy background, it doesn't really notice. It can't really see them. Sorry, it doesn't really notice. It notices them. It just doesn't do anything about them. So it doesn't really print them. So actually, no, let's stay with one colour, Dave. Stop switching and changing. So I just want to cut this bit off here, and then I'm going to cut that in half, and then I'm just going to butt that together. In fact, I might even do it that way around and see, I should get all of them on that. Yep, I will. Sorry, still coughing. It's incredibly annoying. Incredibly annoying. But not a lot I can do about it, I'm afraid. Except for stay hydrated. So, which I do anyway. Anybody that knows me will know that I drink a huge amount of water. So yeah, it's those. So we'll come back to those. Yeah, so I wanted to get these done because obviously I'm trying to make a couple of videos ahead of time, and getting these all sorted means that I don't have to make them in the video, so it means that the videos aren't epic then. So this is the stamping block that Brian bought me for Christmas, so not in the latest video. I know you've all seen the birthday gift haul. It's not in that video, so if you're going back to look at it, it's not in there. So but he bought me this for Christmas, so so a lot of you have said I'm very fortunate to have such nice friends, and I am indeed, and I certainly don't look that gift horse in the mouth at all. I don't know what I've done right to have these, but it's taken a long time to get to this point in my life where I've got such good friends. I have had a bit of a traumatic life prior to that. Not life, but some of you may know that I was previously married, and my the ex-husband was a bit of a monster, and yeah, so I guess it's the yin to my yang. I think yin and yang, or yin and yang. I never know. So I'm going to cut some of these out. Yeah, so let's do that. So let's just cut these out. So like I say, I want these for a particular project. So, and that way then I don't have to make the labels on the video. So I'm going to be doing a few more label-y type things. So I know you're supposed to fussy cut with like smaller scissors, but I'm really not very good with the smaller scissors. I don't get any worse results from the big scissors than I do from the small scissors. And I know you're supposed to turn the paper and not your scissors, but you know, a bit of both works for me. It's about coordination really. So I'm not a highly coordinated person, and unless it comes to my clothes, I can't go out unless everything matches. But except for my socks, they never match. I only ever wear odd socks, which is strange. So, but even down to like the colour of my aftershave has to match my outfit. So I know it's sad, amazing, weird, odd. I don't know. Whatever you choose to label it, it's me. That's what it is. So yeah, but my hand-eye coordination isn't necessarily great. I am dyslexic and dyspraxic and all the other things that you can name, autistic. Everything has to be an ick, I think. Sorry, I've got Chantilly lace and a pretty things going around in my head now, so that'll pop back at some point. Sorry, I can't really talk and cut. Perhaps it wasn't the best video to do, so, but it needs to be done. So you know, we're prepping for the future. So Brian's here today, so he's downstairs. He's fussy cutting actually. He's sat watching a video by Nick the Booksmith. He's just finished watching one by Tracy Fox, and so he sat down there fussy cutting, waiting for me to finish this video, because we're going to eat together. So I picked him up today and took him, because Brian doesn't, I don't know whether you know, but Brian doesn't drive, so and being the good friend that I am, I drive in places when I'm free, so when I'm not at work. And he went to go and view a property today, so so I took him to go and see that. So and then we went to the supermarket. Well, we went to Aldi actually. So I know people around the world call Aldi different things, Aldi, whatever, but on the UK adverts they refer to it as Aldi, so I call it what they choose to call it in this territory. So yeah, we went to Aldi, and we went and got some bits for tea, bought a couple of bits of shopping as well, the really uninteresting stuff, you know, like you have to buy the supplies. That's a really terrible cut, Dave. Not very good at cutting circles. Did I decide that this, no. Did I decide that I could use a stamp? I didn't. A stamp, a punch. I keep calling them stamps and they're not stamps, Dave. They're punches. Did I find a punch that went round this? I think I did, didn't I? Wasn't this the... Yeah. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I could have. I'll put that in there and try not to like pinch my fingers as I press down. There we go. Cool. Oh, brilliant. Oh, much better than my cutting out. That I'm never going to get that in there now. You're still going to try. It's a bit of lick. Oh no, you see, look now you're gonna got it caught in there. So this is why you shouldn't try these things, Dave. So la 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 la. Yeah, so I'm still on annual leave at the moment, so there we go. And I had great plans for today to get loads of stuff done, and I haven't got anywhere near as much done. Although I did repot all of my, I grow aloe vera plants. I repotted all of those that all needed to be separated and or potted on or whatever. So I did all of those today. So I feel like I've achieved something. It took me 2 hours to repot all of the plants. I've got loads though, so but I had plans to have done like at least have done 4 videos by now. This is my first one, so but you know, because I'm on annual leave, my brain's in that sort of mindset of, you know, chillax, you work hard throughout the year, you know. I mean, this is not the only annual leave I get, so, which I know is quite unfair, because I know it's not standard to have, I can't remember what it is now, 27 days annual leave, not including bank holidays, per year. I mean, it's the law to have in the UK. It's the law that you have to have, unless you're self-employed, that every employee has to have at least 20 days, I believe it is, annual leave. It's paid leave as well. So I know there are lots of countries around the world, and America would really surprise me that there is no mandatory amount of leave. So so yes, I've been on leave the last couple of weeks because it was the start of it was obviously mine and Vic's birthday, and then we've just had a week, you know, together, and not every day together because he's wanted to be at home as well. He plays Diablo, which is a video game. He's got a PlayStation 5, so he's a bit of a gamer. So he's been wanting to be at home so he could do that. So because he's not bringing that here. Trust me, he is not bringing that here. He did bring me his old PlayStation 4, thinking that I would get heavily into gaming, and it's kind of just gathering dust on underneath the TV. So, but you know, maybe I do sometimes play it, and maybe when the winter months are here and I don't want to be outside quite as much, I might use it. But I like being up here and doing stuff and making crafty things and making more stuff for Margot. Oh, the exciting news, by the way. Margot has a bow, and you will be meeting him in the next video. A bow in the video. So yes, the plot will develop a little bit more. So we'll be making a photo frame for Margot to have a picture of her love interest on her desk. So it's not like it's early days. She's just decided to tell you now. So I will reveal more in an upcoming video. Didn't do that didn't do a very good job of that, Dave, did you? So, I should have actually had an idea what time I started this video. So, but you know what? I don't even know where my phone is, to be fair. So I think that's in the other room. Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 9:05 p.m.
9:05. Well, it is here now. All of those people that have got an Alexa device, it's all just like kicked into life. Sorry, I said it again. And they're all like, you're all screaming at me now because you can't get the Alexa device to shut up. So, Alexa, open the pod bay doors.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm not Hal, and we're not in space.
You see, I love that. I love doing that because anybody that's ever seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, one of the characters is called Dave. So when you ask it to open the pod bay doors, and it says, "Sorry, Dave, I can't do that. I'm not Hal, and we're not in space." It makes me laugh because, well, because I'm easily pleased, I think. So, yeah. So some of the things that are going to be coming up are, we're going to be doing a bit for Margot's bow. We're going to be, I'll be introducing him into the story. There'll be some more Margot plot developments coming up. We'll be making a couple of new and exciting things for Margot. I also want to do a journal at some point to make for my, remember in my birthday video where I had all that original ephemera, I wanted to make something to put the original ephemera in. Well, that's what I'm going to do as well. I'm going to have a video making that. Probably going to be in a very similar sort of style to the accordion spine journals that I've been making. I really love making those. I think they're so simple, but so effective. So like this style that we made, so where it's pages and it's separated by an accordion back spine. So I've made quite a few of those, made some big journals as well from those, and I really want to, I think that would suit it because you can have all sorts of different pockets and elements that you, as long as you think about it, what you want to put in it, you can do that as you make it. So so that's what I want to be doing. So today's video is only going to be a short one. So it's currently Thursday for me, and I want it to be uploaded and ready for you to watch for Friday. Because I've done a lot of videos this week, I think I've kind of burnt myself out a bit, because I normally only do 3 videos a week, and because I did my birthday present videos, it's a lot of talking, and I'm still not recovered from this silly strep A that I had. So I hope you don't mind. Well, I like that one because it's got a number on it. So these are just backgrounds, so these will be for anything else I want to put on the top of them. So just, stamp over the top of them, personalise it as you go. But I wanted to get some of these done because they'll be used in future videos. Don't want any more of those small ones. Yeah, I love that one. That one's quite tattered at the edge, but I like that. So if you're new here, I'm really grateful for you being here. Thank you for subscribing. Don't worry, more Margot stuff will be back soon. Just trying to rest my voice a bit more today. It's not so bad just sat talking. It's when I'm trying to talk and make stuff, because the fibres get up and they end up being lodged inside my lungs, and that's what makes me cough. So I have to be careful about not breathing in too deeply when I'm doing stuff. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to have a drink. Because that just helps if I if I lubricate my throat. So let's do some of these in this red as well. Might do some in black as well. I want to catch that in there somewhere. Where do I want that to be? Don't really care. It's not going to be perfect anyway. Yep, that's it. That's fine. I'll do another one of these. It's not the little one, the tiny inky ones. The tiny inky winky dinky ones that I want. It's the bigger labels that I want, because I'm not going to make tiny weeny boxes. Well, I could, but I'm not going to. So yeah, Vic's at home tonight. He's looking after a little dog at the moment. So I went to somebody he works with. He's doing a trial looking after, because she's going away, and she wants him to look after the dog for her, which he's agreed to do. So he's just doing a trial, see how it goes type thing. So we had her last night, all day today, and until tomorrow morning. And her name's Mia, and I think she's a Chihuahua. Now I did put try again. I did post a picture on my Instagram of her, because I went over last night to meet her as well. And she is the sweetest. I've never really been into little dogs before, but she won my heart basically. And then when I came back here, it was like going through airport security, because Worcester was sniffing me all over, looking at me with those doe eyes like, "You've cheated on me, you've stroked another dog." So that's how he speaks. So yeah, Mia is just beautiful. I think she might be crossed with a miniature Pinscher, Manchester Pinscher, I think she is. So she's looks very more reminiscent of a Manchester Pinscher, but she's definitely got those bulbous eyes of a Chihuahua. But she, honestly, if you follow me on Instagram, go and have a look at my Instagram, because she is just gorgeous, heart melter. She is. So, and she was so good. Not a single bark or a complaint or anything. She was just sat on me, and she was like, instantly, the moment I walked in, she was all over me and wanted to sit next to me or on me, or so we both like dogs anyway. So as you know, I've got Worcester, so we've not told Worcester. We haven't met. Sorry, Worcester hasn't met Mia. Worcester doesn't like other dogs, I'm afraid. So he was abused as a puppy. He was being used as bait for fighting dogs. So it breaks my heart to even think about. But he came here to his forever home, and so just the downside of that is that he doesn't like other dogs. But you know, I don't always like other humans, so, and there's nothing wrong with me, so it's a shame that he doesn't like other dogs, because it does make it hard to, like, you know, take him anywhere. And you know, when you go for a walk in the park or anything like that, you have to make sure that the coast is clear and there's no other dogs come in. And but he's perfect in every other way, so we're all a bit weird. I'm definitely a bit weird. So, you know, like, some people have said horrible things about having autism, so the fact that my dog's a bit odd and he's got nothing like that, so anyway, he's gorgeous, my little pooch. He's getting an old man though now, so he's not so little. He'd like to sit on me like Mia does, but he would crush me and I'd end up with like a collapsed lung. So but yeah, he is a cutie. So it just doesn't come. He used to come into videos quite a few times, but like, he doesn't come upstairs very much these days. It's too lazy, too much hard work. Don't blame him, to be fair. I'd be quite happy to live in a bungalow now. So a bungalow is a single story house, by the way, in case you're not from the UK and you don't know what that is. So there we go. So I think I might do one more little bit. Oh dear, Dave, that was a right mess. Doing that. I might make one more block of. I might do it like I'm going to do it in black this time. So I want to just stamp that off somewhere, and then we're just going to go over in black. So I love the smell of this. This is Stays On jet black. The same by, is it Tussenenko? However you pronounce that. So, but it smells like what's the marzipan? That's what it smells like almondy sort of, or what's the amaretto liqueur, that sort of thing. So Di Serrano, isn't it? Di Serrano. I always think that's just like, I think that's how they say it. I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't know whether that's right or not. So, oh, I like the black ones. They're right punchy. So I'll do some of those on that texty bit. I'm going to do some on this bit of text, bit of music, I think. That wasn't a very straight application, Dave. There we go. And then I'm going to do some on this, which is kind of not construction paper. I think it's about bricklaying. It is. It's about bricklaying. How exciting. Said nobody in the world ever. Well, I guess unless you're a bricklayer. A bricklayer. Be very careful when you say brick. So, on there. Cool. Okay, so yes, and then other things that are happening. I haven't spoken to my mum this week. I just haven't been able to fit it in. Normally I've phoned my mum on my drive home from work, but because I haven't been at work, I haven't phoned my mum. But she has been on holiday, at the beginning of the week she was going on holiday with my siblings, so my sisters. I've got 3 older sisters, for those of you that don't know. So I did say to her, good luck with that. She's 90. Well, she'll be 90 in November. We're all going away for her birthday weekend. So we're only going to somewhere in the UK, but we're going away. So that'll be nice. We're staying in a lodge by a reservoir, by a lake somewhere. Don't ask me where. We're going to have to share the driving, but I don't know where I'm going now. Not without the aid of a map, anyway. So, well, I don't need a map, but you know, mapping, digital mapping. And then the other thing I thought about doing, by the way, is I thought about doing some videos of me just tidying as well. So how I store things and putting things away, because I really need to do some of that, putting stuff away. I know I've done a craft room tour before, but like, you know, just the general putting stuff away, like these stamps, for instance. What I'd really like is that when I first bought these, I bought some of them. Yeah, some of them I put these. So I just had this random letters, and then just stamped them on a piece of paper and put them on the edges. But I've since bought some new ones. So that one doesn't have one. That one does. So yeah, I've bought 2 new ones since that don't have any kind of, you know, so you can't see what the colour turns out like. So I thought about doing some of that. I could do with some of that for my Tim Holtz stamps, or Tim Holtz inks. So anyway, that's just might be just like a slow TV version of things. So I watched somebody called Atomic Shrimp, and he does a slow TV thing, which is just watching him do random stuff. So but at least mine's going to be craft related. So and I'll have to, once I've made it, I'll show you the Lego thing that Vic bought me. So you know, I had that Lego vase of flowers. Well, it's just the flowers, it's not the vase. So I shall post that once I've made it. I'll also do my parrot once I've made that. Those kind of things, because they're still pictures, I tend to put those on my Instagram. So so if you, I'll probably put them on there unless, you know, anybody particularly desires the fact that I put them on here. So but yeah, there'll be more Margot stuff coming soon. Just trying to work out my schedule for going back to work. So I'm back to work from Monday. So Monday the 14th of August I should be back at work. And we've got a huge, well, there's a project that I'm kind of been working on throughout the year, well, the last 2 years it's taken me. So and it's kind of coming to a close, but I need to see it through to the end. So and then, like, it's not like I'm going to have nothing to do after that. It's just that that's going to take up a lot of my time. So it's trying to work my schedule out. But like I say, I will stick to my doing 3 videos a week, like I have been, unless there's some dire emergency which nobody can plan for. Oh, and thank you to everybody that's suggested things to make. I know a lot of you are quite interested in the evolution of the Margot story, and don't worry, it will continue. We've had Margot. I'm just doing a bit of me at the moment, so and then we can move on with the Margot stuff, because this is the stuff I'm prepping here is for Margot. So and I've got some other ideas for things to make. But if anybody's got any ideas of, like, you know, because I wasn't around in the 60s. Well, I was born in 1969, but, like, you know, at the grand old age of 1, by the time the 60s had finished, I wasn't working in an office, strangely. So if you've got any ideas about things that you saw on a day-to-day basis in an office, and you think maybe I should make something that's not necessarily a direct copy of, but replicates the essence of Margot. It's the brand of fragrance that'll be out at Christmas. Essence of Margot. Smell like correction fluid and typewriter ink. Sorry, made myself laugh now, and I really can't laugh because it makes me cough. So, so told you. So yes, I shall see how popular the idea of Essence and Margot is. See how many people watch to the end. Oh, by the way, if you are still here, by the way, give this video a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And I'll be back next Monday and be doing some more Margot stuff. So oh yes, the next Margot thing will be the introduction to Margot's bow. So I won't tell you any details in this. There's no sneak previews or anything like that. We're just gonna launch straight into it next week when I see you. So next week when I see you, when you see me, or see my hands, more to the point. So there we go. So I've just done a pile of those little labels, so they'll be ready for the next Brian's just brought me a cup of tea. They'll be ready for the next video that we're going to do. I will be doing some other stampy things with other stuff. You might say there might be some stuff that gets done off camera, so, but we'll be doing more Margot stuff in the next video. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a bit more of a sedate video today, but there'll be more coming on Monday. So my release schedule is Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and then sometimes if there's anything fun to put in between, I do that, but like that was just because of our birthdays, so I did the birthday hauls. So but yeah, normally Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. So I will see you next Monday. So I will love you and leave you. So remember, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, folks. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of love. Lots of crafty hugs. And mwah, kisses from Margot. Take care, folks. See you soon. Bye. Bye.